What's up, guys? Hey, we got something brand new for you. This is ICAST 2025. We got the crew. We got one of my heroes, John Cox, Jared Lintner, Alex Wetherell. This is, without spraying Doritos at you, the debatable happy hour. And hey, ICAST, brand new. We all got one bait right now we really want to talk about. Something we're really excited about. We want to have kind of a round table here and a rectangle style table here. So what I want to share with you guys, this ICAST is new. You're going to see a ton of new stuff, but this has got to be my favorite new release for ICAST. It's by Yamamoto Baits. This is the Fuzzy Nut. All right, John Cox, I can't wait for you to throw this thing. But the Fuzzy Nut, hey, this is something last year, actually with Corey, Daniel, you weren't there, I apologize, but we're up in northern Idaho catching big smallmouth, and we were throwing some dice baits, and we actually designed this bait last year up there. And what's different about it, like I say, you're going to see a lot of little dice baits, but for one, it's got the Cinco formula. So it's loaded full of salt. We did smaller strands on here. This is a bait that came out of Japan. I might have to get another chip there in a minute, but came out of Japan. But what we did is we made it, it's not a 12-sided dice, it's not a regular dice, but it's longer. And the reason we did that, guys, is so you could throw a nail weight in there, and the nail weight would be completely covered. So,
well, wait a minute. I'm kind of new to this whole concept, right? I've read about it, learned about it, or trying to learn about it. How do you rig that thing?
So that's what I was saying.
I have no idea.
So I
I
fished with Koya Fujita before. Yes. Smoked me throwing dice baits, and I think that's who brought it out with the OSP originally. But you could drop shot it. You can just nail weight it with a drop shot. What I like to do is nail weight this thing, throw a nail weight in there, and then just nose hook it with a real small, like number 2, number 1 hook, and throw it around. Last year, the Bassmaster Open at St. Clair, which we're going to next, is the first time I ever really threw it and caught like 21 pounds. Now, it wasn't good, but awesome bait. So we didn't do like floating. We just did the max salt, which is a Cinco style salt. Got the tentacles, obviously Yamamoto fish catching colors. And guys, John Cox was holding this thing. He almost dipped it in the ranch. But I mean, what do you guys think?
Right. So what's crazy is I said the day that I go to throw the dice, I'm quitting. I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But the Fuzzy Nut, I'm gonna try this. I mean, it's just a little different shape. I like the weight of it. I think I'll be able to cast it well. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's cool. I remember seeing Kyoya catch a 7 under a dock on this thing, and I said, no way. I didn't really buy into it, but I'm buying into it now, and I will give you this. I like the idea of being able to put a nail weight in it, because I've seen some of the smaller ones, and you can't really put anything in them. Yeah. So I definitely like that.
So the regular sided dice, you would have a nail weight kind of hanging out. That's what we were doing last year in Idaho, dragging this thing around. So dice originally was made for sight fishing, right? Mm-hmm. One of the best ever, sight fishing right here. Mm-hmm. Hint, hint. But no, it was made for sight fishing, but now it's turned into like a smallmouth, spotted bass, Koya with a big largemouth, Seminole. Just a great springtime bait. But yeah,
but it's a largemouth deal too.
It is,
like,
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what do they think that is?
So I learned something about like the bass when they're fry, right? They're eating like plankton or something that somehow genetically they're drawn to that dice kind of concept of what I was reading about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know anything about that, expert?
I don't. Yeah. I don't. I think they think this is a crawdad. It's something small. Crawdad. Hey, I fished with Gussie years ago on Sturgeon Bay. And I remember he was throwing a tube about that size. And being from the West Coast, throwing like a 4-inch tube. And I'm like, bro, why do you throw such a small tube? He goes, well, they bite it. Same size smallmouth will eat it, right, but they get it in their mouth and get it. So it's just a small little bite-sized snack. And John Cox might have 7 of them rigged up for St. Clair. I'm just joking. I'm going with 1, but I had to say it.
Does it come as a 2-pack so you get fuzzy nuts, or is it just?
You know, it's I don't quote me here, but there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a pack as of right now.
My question is, who came up with the name?
Not me, no. Fuzzy Nut, but it's kind of, looks like a little nut fall off a tree with some fuzz on it. Yeah. So,
I see it.
Yeah, I see it. So yeah, so John, what's new with you, man? What do you got?
So this year at Berkley, something that I'm excited about is the new shallow money badger. So pretty much, I throw the Fritz side a ton, which is more of a finesse style crankbait, and that one you have to kind of feather it across the rocks, because you can't just really grind it. Well, this one they put a circuit board bill on it, and you can reel it really fast. You can run it into a lot of things, so it's going to be a lot more aggressive. And they had the regular deep money badger version, which if you like that, I mean, I never really threw it much because it's deeper than 5 feet. But this one here, I'm really excited about this one because it's a little more aggressive action, and yeah, you can deflect off stuff pretty easily.
Is that the main size?
So that's my favorite. That's the 6 1/4. I think there's 5 different sizes. But that one, to me, that one's my favorite fish catcher. That one catches a ton of fish.
Well, let me ask you this then. So the Fritz side, right? I mean, world renowned pretty much, and I've caught a lot of bass on it as well. When would you throw this over the Fritz side?
I think more when when you're warmer water temps. When fish are a little bit more aggressive. It does have a lot more sound. Than the Fritz side's silent, and but yeah, it's just when that water temp starts getting a little bit warmer and it's not the Fritz side to me, I would throw it a lot when it's really really cold, really pressured fish. And I think that one's just going to trigger some more bites when you're running into wood or rock or whatever.
So John, these little dots on the bottom, is that show it better on scope? Or?
yeah, that helps it glow a little bit better on the scope, but yeah. But that
Just
was
weight, right, to balance it out?
Yeah, that was the weight, just like the Fritz side had, they wanted to, the same fish catching, like the Fritz side. It just.
Oh, hey, Mr. Cox. I brought you your favorite cold.
How'd he know?
I bet it runs true, huh? Don't get a brain freeze now.
Oh man, I quit those, the other day, but
I quit those the other day.
and that tastes really good.
It does, huh?
Yeah, I forgot what I was even talking about.
Yeah.
What is that, cola flavor?
Yeah, I love a Coke Slurpee. I'm addicted to Coke Slurpees. I try to quit, and then stuff like this happens. I get around my friends, and I end up.
You start talking about Fuzzy Nut, and you get a Coke Slurpee.
Yeah, I don't know. Just relapse. Terrible. Yeah.
Alex, what about you, bud?
What baits do I got in front of me?
Yeah. You don't have a Slurpee.
And I don't got a Slurpee. I don't get any baits. Shimano does have a really nice bait, the glide bait that they are coming out with.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
That
It looks
thing's
nice.
legit.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way it breaks down, it actually expands when you're casting it, so it doesn't like flop in the wind.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like so the joint itself actually like separates.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then it allows it to like bend in on itself.
You don't get the spin.
Yeah, you don't get the spin or flop or any of that kind of stuff. But and then you can even, I saw today, I didn't even realize that. I've been fishing, I didn't even see it. There's a little thing on what the joints that you can actually pull out, so that it goes from like a more like soft gliding bait into an actual like chopping style bait. But I don't have it in front of me to show you, so I'll show you what
So
it is.
it's a soft bait or hard bait?
So it's a hard bait. It's a hard glide bait. But there's a lot of little things that you can play around with on it to kind of change the profile and what it does. So
Hey, that Fuzzy Nut, when it's going through there, that little fuzz collapses too, more aerodynamic.
You got to get away from the fuzzy.
No, I just keep looking at it, and I'm like, here, I'm going to give it to John.
But I will show you this. So this is something that Jared was looking at right before we started here. This is the Curado 150 M, just the 200M, which really went over really well for us. So they came out with a 150 size. Big thing is the MGL 3 spool, so it just has a lighter weight spool, a lot more versatility in what you can cast. You can cast something like that Fritz side or the new crank that you're talking about, what was it, Honey Badger?
Money Badger.
Oh,
Shallow
Money Badger.
Yeah.
Money Badger.
Yeah.
Don't get Randall
Dude,
pissed off.
remember like the Honey Badger in football? Ooh.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of the Curado. I mean, I think a lot of guys have used them for a lot of years now, and they just keep tweaking, expanding them, bringing the technology down to really affordable price range. So
Yeah. What is the price on it?
you're gonna ask me a question. It should be right around that. I think it's a $200 range. Yeah.
It's kind of that original, I guess, kind of almost green.
Yeah,
I
that
can't
green.
tell in the light, but yeah.
Yeah, they seem to go through like different shades of green, but I like having a green Curado. That's what I grew up with.
Yeah, that one does feel like the old one.
I'm glad right now I'm colorblind.
Yeah.
Because
Are you really?
I thought it was gray.
You thought this was gray?
I did.
What color is the Fuzzy Nut?
Let me see.
Well, that one is.
This one is gray.
Well, usually I read the pack, but I'm going with the green pumpkin.
I had no idea you're colorblind, really.
Yeah, colorblind, green and red.
So, okay. What color are these?
Well, that
What
one
color?
right there.
What color are the shades? Let me. Ask
So that one right there is Morning Dawn with Silver Flake.
you. Well,
That-
because you're
that
reading the
is-
package. Dang it.
That's what you got to do.
No,
That's why I
these
hey,
are actually new colors.
I know. That's why I don't organize my soft plastics and something like that.
I heard you're not as bad as unorganized as John Cox. I seen his little video on his shop, and that like I got a bad problem with organization, OCD kind of. Dude, that stressed me out, John.
Did that make you cringe when you watch that? Yeah.
Dude, that freaked me out a little bit. Like, was that made up?
No, that was.
I mean, John's wife's over there. Is that made up?
No, that's real life.
That's real life.
I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, dude.
We can't hate on John because he always
love
kicks
John.
our butt fishing.
You can't do that. But if you haven't seen that video, check it out on Tackle. You haven't seen that? Dude, I was watching that and I'm like, I gotta turn it off.
Really?
Dude, just,
It's like you're watching Hoarders.
Dude, Jared's sitting there going,
dude, I was like, oh
dude,
my.
hey, Jared would be a really good scoper if he watched Cox and he went out there and he just would naturally shake that thing, man.
Excuse me?
You would. Right? I mean, think about it. You'd be like, oh my gosh, I got one.
Probably. Wow. Where'd
Jared,
that just go?
what do we got?
All right, so,
Yeah, let's
so
get
anyway,
back to debatable.
Robo Worm colors, we got 3 new colors this year, so that's awesome. They keep continuing. The line of Robo Worms, I think everybody here has caught a lot of bass on Robo Worms, so that's cool. But this actually, I just seen when we were on the showroom floor. We had to go down there and meet up with some guys from GSM, and this actually piqued my interest. So this is the Mongrel from Frog Factory. So back in the day, they had a similar bait, but it was soft body and it had a lot of issues. This has a hard nose and then a soft body, big old hooks. So what it is, and you can hear the loud rattle, what it is virtually a spook that you can throw in grass. I mean, it skips underneath docks. I've seen videos where they're like skipping to the back walkway of a dock, over dock cables, over everything. And the question that I've already had from a couple of my peers is, what's the hookup ratio? Well, back in the day, I can attest that those hooks right there, and these are even better, they catch them.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine putting a walking bait, like a spook, around all the vegetation in Florida where you'd have to normally walk a frog, which doesn't have as aggressive as walk. And the video I seen, this thing is, and the rattle, that appeals to me.
Yeah.
So
Wonder what the hard nose. I bet you this thing walks
that's
good,
so
huh?
that has a lot to do with it, but mainly for skipping.
Okay.
Because it's going to hit and just
Doesn't collapse.
It's just going to.
Do you think you need to bend the hook up just a fuzz?
I mean, I don't think I would to begin with.
Yeah.
Because like I'm going to use it for throwing around a lot of vegetation, pads, emergent grass, things like that, and I don't want that hook to catch anything and then ruin your cast, just like you would with a normal walking bait. So
Yeah, that's soft.
I have not fished it, but just seeing the video and seeing it the first time on the floor today,
Yeah.
I'm liking it.
Oh yeah, that is nice. I like how it will collapse when they eat it. Yeah,
Right.
that's
skipping
really cool. All right, well,
Yeah.
we'll go on to something else.
I didn't even
Oh, sorry, sorry.
It's fine. Yeah, it's nice. Some frogs you find they're stiff, and this is like a nice balance. So is this like by spook rules or is this by frog rules? Are you trimming the tail or what?
I mean, so again, I have not fished it. I've seen the video and I've just looking at it for what it is. I'd probably leave it the same. Now, if I'm on a lake that doesn't have a lot of big ones, I'd probably cut the tail a little bit. Maybe paint the bottom on some of these more brighter colors. So
It's
we'll see.
1 ounce,
But
I see, too. On the
Oh
back
yeah,
end.
you can cast it forever.
It doesn't feel like that.
So obviously you're going to throw it on braid. 7.4 rod or something, 7.3, something like that.
Probably put the Fuzzy Nut ahead of it like a chaser.
Remember old Shasta days, the front runner.
Yes.
Dude.
Now, see, now we're
I
getting
don't know
somewhere.
anything about
John,
that.
that Slurpee is almost
You don't know
gone.
anything about that?
You gotta go easy on that thing. All right, so we said one bait, but I'm gonna break the rules here. We're gonna go with a second bait here. Is that all right? You guys good?
As long as you're good.
Okay, it's not the Mongrel. No?
No, we're good. Yeah. I got half left.
Half left, all right. I'll try to hurry this up. All right, so hey, new from Yamamoto also. This is the Yamamoto Hinge Minnow, okay? So minnow style baits are gonna be huge this year, you know, just like the fuzzy dice style baits, but this is really cool. Yamamoto came out with it. There's 4 sizes, 3.5, 5, 6, and a 7-inch. So you kind of have the whole thing. But what they did that's a little bit different, you can see that hinge in the middle of the bait here. And this was really designed by Jake Lawrence, Fishes BPT with you. Awesome minnow fisherman. I know, you know, years past he's thrown stuff like the Sakamata shad and stuff like that. But this has got that hinge, and when you can't really see it unless you look, but you got the side little flanges, but they go down the whole side of the bait. So it gives it a ton of body roll. You know, water doesn't just catch a little bit, it catches the whole bait. So it really kicks back and forth side to side. And the vertical tail here too, I like that. So that just helps with the body roll. So if you had a tail more like this, you know, it catches a little bit and it might change the action. But just another, you know, minnow style bait, but I'm thinking chatterbait trailer.
That's what I was saying.
You know, it's soft. It's not super full of salt, so it feels a little bit more durable. I've seen this in the water on a jig head minnow, but I'm thinking chatterbait, you know, like the 5-inch size or this size here. What do you think, man? I know you would.
I mean, you know, I'm still learning about the forward facing and all that stuff and the minnows. And from what I've seen the videos and listening and trusting the guys that are the best in the business at it, I mean, this would be my go-to, I guess. But like you said, that on the back of a bladed jig.
Yeah. Jackhand. I mean,
I mean, for me, right out of the, you know.
dude, you know when you pop the tip
Man,
of
this
that
is very
tail.
little movement. Look at that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
John, you're the scoper here.
Yeah, you know, if I was to go take it, I honestly though, it just came from the St. Lawrence. I would drop shot this thing. And
Would you really?
yeah, I think I would. And you know, it's crazy. You know, a lot of people don't realize when you throw that drop shot out, how, you know, when it's racing down to the bottom, I like to use a big heavy weight. You'll actually get a lot of tail action. The only thing I would probably do is I would soak it in a bag of Max Scent.
Hey, what about Cox juice?
Well, yeah, I mean, or that, but I would definitely stick it in there with my flatworms and let it get that scent on it. But
Are you guys still doing the Cox juice?
nah, not really. Yeah, you know.
We'll go with the Max scent.
Yeah, that's nice. I like the, it's got a little hook slit in there, so kind of nice variety. To me, I think the one thing that stands out is the weight, the meat of the bait is in the front where it needs to be.
Yeah.
You know, you see some baits out there, and you know you kind of wish where all the action is, where all the you know, like it just gets ripped up easy. It doesn't seem like this would do that. So yeah, I like the fact, to your point, you can drop shot it if you want to, but it's got enough meat that you put it on a trailer. It's got that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Yamamoto has good colors, of course, and grab the white so you guys can see it. But yeah, that's my second bait.
Is that the only size in that?
No, so they have a 3.5, a 5-inch, 6-inch, and 7.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so really made a bunch of sizes here, like I say. So that's a 6. So yeah. John, give me another one.
Yeah. Oh, so since you're doing another one, this one here, I've been actually just throwing. This is one from Savage Gear. It's called the Scoundrel, or is it the Scandal? Corey? Scandal. This one's called the Scandal. Yeah, I've been testing a lot. I like the smaller one a lot. I've been throwing that out of Florida.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just a hard glide. It, you know, swims really well. It's very, very consistent on when you're working it. But yeah, I mean, in this one, I've been dying to get this one out. When I'm finally home, I'm gonna throw this in Florida. I mean, it looks like a giant wild shiner.
Big old carp or something too.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been trying to learn the glide bait thing. Man, there's so much to it. I always thought you just chunk it out and throw it, but there's just so many different retrieves. There's so many ways to make those fish react and bite it when they follow it. With that kind of stuff really intrigues me. Like watching them, like, man, why didn't they eat it that time? And yeah, that's what I'm just.
Do you know what the deal is with this fin on this tail right here?
Yeah, I think that just helps it. What I notice, it's very stable in the water, and when it's doing its gliding back and forth, it's very consistent. It does the same when I've worked it. I don't know. I mean, someone else could work it.
It doesn't want to blow out.
No, it doesn't. It wants to stay, and it's nice, and it's very consistent on its swim. It's very addicting throwing it.
So is it a chop style retrieve, or you just swim it?
I think you could chop it. I'm terrible at chopping doing that, you half turn it. Like, I'm more of a reel and then half turn and kick it out to the side kind of. But I think it would chop really nice, yeah.
Dude, it's got a really cool, like Evergreen makes a bluegill style bait with the feathers on that. And that's something in Japan that gets a lot more bites and high pressure. So, maybe that's what they're going with there. Yeah, and the hooks rotate.
Yep.
That's pretty big too, huh? Like 8-9 inch. Yeah. Probably a good price point.
I mean, that's pretty sweet. Do they make a herring color?
I don't know the exact colors. I only have a few of them that I've been testing them. And hopefully it's okay. And there's two sizes. I like the smaller one. I've been throwing a lot more. That's
How heavy is that thing? Like 5-6 ounces?
That one's probably at least 4 or so.
I mean, that's pretty dang heavy. You probably cast it a mile.
Yeah.
John is the man. That's why, John, right there. Alex, what do you got?
What other baits do I got in front of me? Well, I'll go to the Fairy Wand spinning reel. So this is, I got 2 reels that I love, Twin Power and Exsence. And Josh Douglas actually turned me on to the Exsence. And they just came out with a brand new one. Really there's 3 things that are new in this, which is the Infinity Drive. So it's just really smooth under load. MGL rotor, so it's a really lightweight rotor. So especially if you're scoping or doing things, that startup inertia. So when you can just keep that line tight no matter what. You can put a lot of little action into it because it doesn't take anything to move it. And rapid fire drag. So when you tighten it, it doesn't take as much. When you're fighting a fish, when you're in the middle of it, you can make minor adjustments, and it makes a much larger adjustment to that spool. So I love my Twin Power, and then I started using these, and now I'm getting spoiled with these.
Yeah, I like how it's got that shallower spool.
Yep. Yeah, you don't really got to fill it with much, fluoro at all if you're going to put braid on it.
I've noticed, like some of the Daiwa reels have a shallower spool as well, and you get a lot less line twist. That really does help.
What sizes? Is it just the only size, or do they make
No,
make
they
them all the way
2,500, 3,000, 4,000. I personally like the 3. Just 2,500 and 3 are the same body size on a lot of Shimano reels, but the 3 has a deeper spool and that T handle. Personally, I like that little bit of bigger handle, so I always go for the 3.
3 probably has a little faster gear ratio.
Yeah.
On the Surtates, they got that bigger handle as well on the Daiwa Surtates, and that's what I'm a fan of the same thing. Yes.
Do you think you get less line twist with the 3000 over the?
Over like a 2,500 or something?
Yeah, or 2000.
I do.
Or like a smaller one?
Personally, I do.
Bigger versus smaller, I do. And all of the newer Shimano spinning reels have this little fin that sits right up under this, bell bearing, and that actually keeps that line tucked underneath, so you don't. So it eliminates a lot of that.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, from eliminates the line slipping down under there, twisting, getting under the rotor. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of that 3,000 size.
Nice. Hey, he's almost done. You better hurry.
We need to give him like a big gulp size.
It gave me the diet size. I don't know. Did my wife put them up to that? I always get mad when she gets.
Cheaped out on the kiddie one.
Yeah, I don't know. They're trying to put me on a diet, man. It's terrible.
Hey, well, you never know. Yeah, getting back to power fishing kind of thing. Spinnerbait, right? Spinnerbait's been around forever. Quick story. This here, years ago, first year of the Elite Series, I was traveling to Clarksville in Georgia, and heard about this little tackle store, stopped, and it was actually a spinoff of Buckeye. So way back in the day, 2006, 5, whatever. I go in there and they had these hanging up, and this is one of the original Buckeye spinnerbaits. Didn't even have a label made, and that to this day is still one of my favorite all-time spinnerbaits. I had the guy make some for me before he kind of slowed down a lot. I put bigger Indianas on it, obviously, but all that to say this: the Buckeye came out with a spinnerbait again. So this here is the Select Series. It's got a lot of cool features. One of the features I like, I should have got it out ahead of time, Cody. See?
I'm still mad that you never told me about this. I'm just now hearing about this.
It's so
Lintner secret.
Well, I can't tell you everything. I know. One of the cool features is this hologram finish on the blades. You can see it's half painted on there. Adds a lot more flash. It's got a medium wire. Another cool thing, so you can see this spinnerbait, right? Here's the old one.
Yeah.
See how full the skirt is? What they do, this stupid thing, man, sorry. Look at this.
You don't fish it with the plastic?
No, I try not to. But you can see the difference, right? So what they do now is a hand-tied skirt, and they cut it. So that allows that skirt to, pulsate more, and I feel like get you more bites. But double trailer keeper right there, which is pretty sick. And, if you're not as organized as some people and you're more like guy 2 seats to my right, they got that the ounce of the blade right here on the back of the head. So 3/8, half, and 3/4. So you don't have to, when you throw them on the floor and you step on them and the kids get them in their bike tires, you still know what weight they are.
Only a half ounce in that bike tire, dude. Slowed it down a little bit. No, this looks good, Jared. I know it seems like Buckeye is coming out with a lot of really cool stuff. I like it. I like the hand tied. That's an aggressive style keeper, and cool finish. I mean, I've seen a buddy of mine, Jeremy Lawyer, in Ozarks and stuff like that. He really liked that gold head with that gold wire. Yeah. So I really didn't pay attention to that until just recently, and that's one of them. So that's one of the color options.
That's a great pickup. So back in the day, like when I first started traveling, coming from California, all the spinnerbaits were like silver wire, right? Yeah. And a buddy of mine, Mike McClellan, stayed at his house, and War Eagle at the time was making blades with that. And I'm like, what's the deal? He's like, dude, I'll give you some, just don't say nothing. I'm like, what? And dude, for whatever reason, they bite it.
Yeah, Jeremy had a wall of them.
It was a good shad spawn color right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I actually got some of their little buzz baits they had the other day. The ones with Swindle's face on it. Yeah. Or whatever. I mean, that thing, I was throwing them some this year.
I feel like a spinnerbait's coming back too, right? Like, I caught some fish on a spinnerbait this year. I haven't.
Yeah, wherever we just were, they were eating it.
And I laugh, but like most of the fish that you're throwing a spinnerbait to now, I haven't seen one. Yeah. They weren't even born the last time we were throwing it.
So my son, he's been fishing with me for, 10 years probably. And he knows very little about a spinnerbait. More like chatterbait, but his buddy that he fishes with, he's big spinnerbait, living in Georgia his whole life. And so he's like, Dad, these spinnerbaits, man, they catch them. I'm like, I forgot, you forget the history of what's going on.
Is that considered an old school bait now?
I mean, I think like Cody said, I think it's coming back just because of, I've seen it at local lakes where I live now. You throw a chatterbait, dude, down a bank, you might catch one. You throw a spinnerbait behind guys that have fished in the same area with the chatterbait, you catch them. I mean, it's a different look, it's a different presentation, different flash, different vibration, different everything.
Yeah. Well, you guys, Cox is almost done with the Slurpee. Yeah. Now we come to the part of the show where we trade baits here, right? So Alex is trading reels for spinnerbaits, and
for a pack of baits.
Hey, this was really cool. I hope you guys enjoy this. The debatable happy hour here. I know I did, and we got the crew here, man. So hopefully you can do this again.